Here they come. They're off and pacing. On the outside, Nitro Society left for the lead. There goes Frankie's Image driving up, and now Frankie's Image draws off the lead by 2. Taking over second is Apache Romance, hung on the outside third. Nitro Society, who'd named Me Sue, came away fourth, and the early trailer is Bull Master. They race on to the backstretch, and Frankie's Image going along uncontested early, and he leads by 2. Nitro Society now drops in second by 2. Racing in third, Apache Romance. In fourth, who named Me Sue, Bullmaster trails, quarter 30 seconds flat. On the mid-back stretch, Frankie's Image leads a length and a half. Racing in second, and Nitro Society, who named Me Sue, now on a sweep, was fourth. Third, now second, moving up. Racing in fourth is Apache Romance trailing the field, Bullmaster. He's 8 lengths from the leader. We have a battle for the lead. Who named Me Sue and Frankie's Image as they move by the half-mile juncture. Who named Me Sue now dives over to the rail. Half was in 59 seconds flat. And around the far turn, Who named Me Sue leads a length and a half. Frankie's Image right there in second by 2. Nitro Society needs to do more in third. Racing in fourth. Apache Romance and Bullmaster still trails. They turn for home. Who named Me Sue leads. Frankie's Image still there, a strong second. Nitro Society has no pace in third. It's a 9-length gap to Bullmaster moving up fourth. Apache Romance at the end, 3/4, 1:28 and 2. Who named Me Sue holds firm by 2. Frankie's Image now out for the drive. Second, Nitro Society. Third, racing in fourth. Apache Romance with Bullmaster fifth. Who named Me Sue is standing tall. He leads by 3. Now by 4, the battle for second with Frankie's Image and Nitro Society. Who named Me Sue is just drawing away with each and every stride. He's going to win by 6.5. Nitro Society up for second. Frankie's Image third. Apache Romance fourth. And Bullmaster. Here come the Trotters. Trotters are sent on their way, and Rock Raider goes for the lead. B Superflow came away well in between horses Cosmic Debris and Lena's Little Nugget, and they battle for the lead. And off stride after the start are Too Much for Words and Red Snapper. Too Much for Words and Red Snapper both went on a break, and they drop out to the end. They move on to the backstretch, and Rock Raider leads by a length and a half. B Superflow second by 2. Cosmic Debris is third. Lena's Little Nugget fourth. Trotting fifth. Wishful Chinaman. Beth's Donut sixth. Far back. Too Much for Words and Red Snapper. They went the quarter in 31 2/5, and now moving up on the outside, Cosmic Debris to challenge and take the lead. It's Cosmic Debris to the front, racing in second. Rock Raider trotting third. B Superflow 2 lengths back. Lena's Little Nugget fourth. Then to the outside, moving up fifth, Wishful Chinaman. Sixth on the rail, Beth's Donut. Too Much for Word has caught the field, and he's trotting up with cover on the outside. Seventh, far back out of it is Red Snapper. They went by the half in 102 and 3, and around the far turn they trot. Cosmic Debris leads a length and a half. Rock Raider second ahead. Wishful Chinaman continuing to advance without cover third. B Superflow off the rail, moving up fourth. Lena's Little Nugget needs to do more fifth. Bet's Donut sixth. Too Much for Word went on a break again, and once again he's far back trailing, followed by Red Snapper. Trotters turned for home in the second race, and your leader Cosmic Debris by 2. Wishful Chinaman closing up on the outside second. On the inside, Rock Raider third. B Superflow fourth. Racing in fifth. Bet's Donut final eighth of a mile. Cosmic Debris draws off by 2. Here comes B Superflow rushing up on the outside. Rock Raider now finding new life, and he's closing ground between horses. Your leader Cosmic Debris. Rock Raiders coming to him on the outside second. A late move by Lena's Little Nugget. Cosmic Debris in front. Rock Raider second, Lanus Little Nugget up for third. Thank you. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Light of Alexis, Fun 1, Beth's Update, and Prairie Land Legs all drive out for the lead. So they move around the first turn. Fun 1 now from the outside gets the lead, racing in second. Light of Alexis in third position. Beth's Update racing fourth. Prairie Land Legs in fifth, anxious to go. Coming away sixth is Foxy Cammy, trailing the field nice as can be. They move on to the backstretch, and Light of Alexis says, I want the lead, and Light of Alexis now drives from the pocket to take the lead off a quarter in 31-1. Light of Alexis now leads, racing in second. Fun 1 by 2.5, closing the gap third. Beth's Update racing in fourth. Prairie Land Legs anxious to go fifth. Foxy Cammy sixth, trailing the field nice as can be. They roll to the half, and Light of Alexis has opened up a 3.5 length lead, racing in second. Fun 1 by 4. In third, Beth's Update. Prairie Land Legs fourth. They went by the half mile in 1:01.3. Around the far turn, Light of Alexis keeps the lead by 2.5. Fun 1 second by 2.5. Beth's Update third. Prairie Land Legs fourth, gaining ground on the outside. Fifth comes nice as can be. Foxy Cammy to the outside, sixth, shuffled to last, anxious to go. They reach the top of the stretch. Light of Alexis has the lead. Here comes Beth's Update, charging up on the outside, second. Fun 1 towards the inside, third. Prairie Land Legs wants room, fourth. Around the turn, they're in the stretch, 3/4, 1:33 and flat, and your leader by 4 is Light of Alexis. Beth's Update now closing up to be second, nice as can be third. Racing in fourth, Prairie Land Legs with Fun 1 fifth, final eighth of a mile. Light of Alexis standing tall, she leads by 5. Racing in second position, Beth's Update with nice as can be. A late move on the outside by anxious to go. Light of Alexis wins by 6 at the wire. Nice as can be up for second, Beth's Update third. They're at the starting gate for today's fourth race, and the gate is rolling. Here they come. They're off and pacing with Cat's Eye going to the lead beyond measure left, driving up on the outside. Stormy Windway and Try to Remember's caught 4 wide into the first turn. They battle for the lead and position up on the outside. Stormy Windray on the inside beyond measure. These two battle for the lead. Now Stormy Windray clears by 1.5 lengths, and she'll immediately feel pressure from Try to Remember. It's Try to Remember now taking the lead. Stormy Windray racing second. Beyond measure third. Cat's Eye fourth. Classy's Foxy Lady came away fifth. Racing in sixth. Little Lobe on the inside. Last Dart seventh. Marquette on the move from eighth. And trailing the field, Lost My Love. 28-3 for the initial quarter. They've paced 3/8 of a mile. Try to Remember leads up on the outside with a rush. Goes Classy's Foxy Lady. Classy's Foxy Lady now makes the top, racing in second. Try to Remember on the inside, saving ground third. Stormy Windray on the outside, parked in fourth. Little Lobe, they went by the half in 57-2. They're going a quick pace. Midway on the turn, Classy's Foxy Lady 1.5 lengths on the inside, racing second. That's Try to Remember. Little Lobe now hung on the outside. Third, looking for Racing Room. Fourth is Stormy Winray gaining ground on the outside. The first time Lasix user Marquette now comes on, and Heitman's tipping her 3 wide for the drive. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. 3/4, 1:27 and 2. Classy's Foxy Lady leads by 2. Here comes Marquette charging on the far outside. Fourth, third, now second. Marquette up to get the lead. Closing ground, lost by Love on the outside. Try to Remember closing along the inside. A late move by Cat's Eye. Now Lost My Love gets the lead. Here comes Try to Remember coming through on the inside. Cat's Eye coming on with Stormy Winray and Beyond Measure. 5 and a drive to the wire. On the inside, Try to Remember getting up very tight. Try to Remember may have gotten there. Then it's close for second with Lost My Love and Here they come. Trotters are sent on their way, and Mr. Isaac left fast for the lead. Sam Patch came away well in second. Sadie Graham third. Driving up on the outside looking for an early spot fourth is Fast Floyd. Striker Action came away fifth. Hot Dog Rocky sixth. Smokin' Raider seventh. Bees Blazing Speed and Adele's Victory make up the field of 9 as they trot on to the backstretch. Mr. Isaac leads by a length and a half. On the outside, Fast Floyd parked in second. The opening quarter in 29 2/5. Mr. Isaac leads. Fast Floyd now finds a spot on the rails second, right in front of Sam Patch third. Sadie Graham trotting fourth. She's 4 lengths from the leader. Striker Action is a strong fifth, and sixth, Hot Dog Rocky. Then it's that's Smokin' Raider, followed by Bees Blazing Speed, and Adele's Victory is 12 lengths behind the leader. They approach the half-mile pole, and Mr. Isaac keeps the lead, racing in second. Fast Floyd halfway home, 59 3. And around the far turn, Mr. Isaac a length and a half. Fast Floyd second a length. On the outside, Sadie Graham parked in third. Sam Patch no place to go fourth. On the outside, Striker Action gains ground fifth. Hot Dog Rocky racing sixth with Smokin' Raider seventh. Bees Blazing Speed and Adele's Victory still the trailing couple. They reach the top of the stretch, and Mr. Isaac tells them all, catch me if you can, as he rolls by 3/4 in 1:30 and 1. It's Mr. Isaac, the leader by 2. Here comes Sadie Graham up on the outside, second towards the inside. Fast Floyd third. From far back, Hot Dog Rocky's now coming on fifth, fourth, third, second, final eighth of a mile. Mr. Isaac's trying to get home. Hot Dog Rocky and on the outside, Bees Blazing Speed coming on. That's Bees Blazing Speed now moving best of all. Here comes Sam Patch on the grandstand side. Bees Blazing Speed in front. Sam Patch second. Hot Dog Rocky third. Elections early. Thank you. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Duo Mad Max out sharply for the lead towards the inside. Big Leroy drives up, holding the rail. King Cavallo settling in fourth as Game Poacher. Hunction got away fifth with June's Charger sixth. Poco Max seventh, and the early trailer Reno Bound. They move on to the backstretch, and Duo Mad Max has taken the lead, racing in second position. Big Leroy, King Cavallo racing in third, 2 lanes back. Game Poacher fourth. They're on the backstretch and off a quarter in 29 4/5. Duo Mad Max leads by 2, racing in second. Big Leroy a length and a half back to find King Cavallo third. Game Poacher is fourth, and now rough gated there was King Cavallo. Game Poacher had to steady a bit. Now he's looking for racing room. Hunction advancing on the rail, then to the outside, moving up. That's Reno Bound, followed by Poco Hawk, trailing June's Charger. They raced by the half in a minute flat, and around the far turn, Duo Mad Max by 2. Now racing extremely wide is King Cavallo. Inside the final half mile, your leader, Duo Mad Max. Game Poacher moves up on the outside. Second, Big Leroy. Third, Reno Bound comes on fourth. On the inside, Hunction, no place to go. Fifth, King Cavallo drops back sixth. Racing in seventh is Poco Hawk, June's Charger at the end. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. 3/4, 1:29 and 2. Duo Mad Max holds firm a length. On the outside, Game Poacher racing second. In third is Big Leroy. Racing in fourth. In the lane comes Hunction. Then on the outside, it's Reno Bound. Final eighth of a mile for Game Poacher. He leads by 2. Racing in second, Duo Mad Max. Hunction now closing up third. Now second, Game Poacher leads. On the outside, Hunction racing second. Duo Mad Max is third, and that's the way they cross the wire, with Game Poacher winning it by 2. Hunction second, Duo Mad Max third. Here they come. Off stride at the start, as after all, they're often pacing, and Humvee left for the lead. Closing remarks along the rail, moves up on the outside. Landlord came away third. In fourth position, Versailles racing fifth. Doc's Hop Won't Be Denied came away sixth, and 7-Star Blue Chip, after all, has caught the field, and he is back pacing. They race on to the backstretch with Humvee showing the way a length and a half. Closing remarks second. Landlord hung on the outside. Third, he's going to be out there for a while. Versailles tucked in along the rail fourth. Racing in fifth, Doc's Hop in sixth. Won't Be Denied racing 7-Star Blue Chip, after all, at the end. 30 and 1/5 for the initial quarter. Your leader is Humvee racing second. Closing remarks. Now dropping in third is Landlord. Versailles out and going from fourth. Up on the outside, Won't Be Denied gains ground fifth. Along the inside, Doc's Hop saves ground and no place to go sixth. Moving up with cover, after all, seventh. Trailing the field, Star Blue Chip, the half in 59 and 2. Around the far turn, Versailles now clears the lead a length and a quarter. Humvee racing second. Closing remarks third. Won't Be Denied on the outside, coming on fourth. Towards the inside, Landlord fifth. After all, on the outside, 6-Star Blue Chip moves up. 7, Doc's Hop shuffle to last. For the final quarter mile, Versailles is the one to catch. Humvee's out of second. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. 3/4 and 1:30 flat. Humvee moves up on the outside to challenge Versailles for the lead. Won't Be Denied closing on the outside in third. Racing in fourth. Closing remarks. Landlord needs racing room fifth. Coming to the eighth pole, Humvee puts his head in front. Versailles fighting back on the inside second. Landlord tips 3 off the rail, and he's got a lot of pace. Landlord on the outside. Versailles on the inside. Now it's these two in a drive to the wire, with Landlord moving best of all. Landlord getting up. Versailles second. Doc's Hop came up fast. May have been third over closing. Here they come. They're off and pacing. BB Betty and I Got You Babe left for the lead. From the outside driving up goes B Sue. There goes Kellis Finale now taking over third. I Got You Babe back to fourth. Coming away fifth is Jimmy's Butterfly. Blushing Baby sixth, and Fox Valley Sheena is the early trailer. They race on to the backstretch, and B Sue has made an easy lead. She leads by a length and a half. Racing in second, BB Betty. BB Betty says, I want the lead. BB Betty now moves up to take the lead. Racing second, B Sue. 2 lengths back, Kellis Finale third. It's a 3-length gap to I Got You Babe fourth. Jimmy's Butterfly fifth. Blushing Baby and Fox Valley Sheena make up the field. They went by the quarter in 32 seconds flat. Your leader, BB Betty, racing second is B Sue in third position. Kellis Finale now a closer fourth as I Got You Babe. Jimmy's Butterfly racing in fifth, and sixth Blushing Baby and Fox Valley Sheen at the end. No change in position. They move by the half, same way they went the quarter, off a half, and 102 and 2. Around the far turn they race. BB Betty by a length and a half. B Sue second by 2. Kellis Finale third. Now first to pull on the outside. I Got You Babe comes on fourth. Moving up behind her fifth is Jimmy's Butterfly. Blushing Baby sixth. Still trailing Fox Valley Sheena for the final quarter mile. BB Betty is the one to catch. Around the turn they're in the stretch. 3/4, 132 and 2. BB Betty has the lead. Here comes B Sue coming out for the drive, second and third position in the lane. I Got You Babe. Closing ground on the outside is Jimmy's Butterfly, and still further out, Fox Valley Sheena. B Sue gets the lead on the outside, closing ground, Jimmy's Butterfly. Far outside, Blushing Baby. B Sue has a 5-length lead. The battle's for second behind her. B Sue's going to win it. Blushing Baby up for second. I Got You Babe third. Here they come. They're off and pacing. EO Premier out sharply for the lead. The Man I Love came away second. Settling in third is Yes Freedom. Dan's Broadway Flyer fourth. Looking to drop in fifth, You Bet Your Bippy. Pink Floyd sixth, and the early trailer is Versace. They race on to the backstretch, and EO Premier leads by 2. The Man I Love second and third position, Yes Freedom. Racing fourth, Dan's Broadway Flyer in fifth. You Bet Your Bippy. Pink Floyd and Versace at the end. They're on the backstretch and race by the opening quarter in 32 seconds flat. EO Premier leads, now driving abruptly from second. The Man I Love, Yes Freedom, now caught 3 wide third, and Yes Freedom now will take the lead. The Man I Love takes over second. EO Premier back to third, 5 lengths back. You Bet Your Bippy moves up fourth. Dan's Broadway Flyer saves ground fifth. On the outside, Pink Floyd moves up 6. Versace trails, but on the move, and he's 6 lengths from the leader. They race by the half in 101 and 4, and around the far turn, it's Yes Freedom, the leader by 2. On the inside, The Man I Love second. You Bet Your Bippy on the outside third. Gaining ground fourth is Pink Floyd. EO Premier, No Place to Go fifth. On the outside, Versace sixth. Dan's Broadway Flyer shuffled to last. For the final quarter mile, your leader, Yes Freedom, on the outside. You Bet Your Bippy right alongside second. Pink Floyd gains ground third. The Man I Love needs to do more fourth. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. 3/4, 132 and 1. Yes Freedom holds firm a length. You Bet Your Bippy on the outside second. Here comes Pink Floyd now rolling up third. The Man I Love needs racing room fourth. Versace fifth. EO Premier, No Place to Go sixth. Dan's Broadway Flyer seventh. You Bet Your Bippy gets the lead. Now there's some road trouble in the stretch. You Bet Your Bippy leads. Yes Freedom coming back. On the outside, Versace and Dan's Broadway Flyer. A drive to the wire. Dan's Broadway Flyer on the far outside, in between horses. You Bet Your Bippy. The Perfecta 5-2. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Broadway Delivery left well for the lead. Towards the inside, Dr. O moves up second. From the outside, Johnny O'Brien came away third. Moving up to be fourth. On the inside, Mr. Procrastinator, Incredible Don parked in fifth. In sixth position, Joe Papa. Racing in seventh, strutting on, trailing the field. Fly With Me. They race on to the backstretch. Broadway Delivery leads. Dave McGee looks over. He sees Incredible Don going on by. They race by the quarter in 30 and 1/5, and Incredible Don now makes the front. Broadway Delivery holds in second. Dr. O is third. Racing in fourth, Johnny O'Brien in fifth, and now driving abruptly from fifth is Mr. Procrastinator. Strutting on has had a little road trouble with that move. Then saving ground on the inside, Joe Papa, Fly With Me trails. They approach the half-mile pole, and your leader, Incredible Don. Broadway Delivery second ahead, moving quickly on the outside. Third, now second, is Johnny O'Brien. Halfway home in a minute flat, and around the turn they race. Incredible Don a length on the outside. Johnny O'Brien gains ground second. Towards the inside, Broadway Delivery, no place to go. Third, on the outside with cover fourth, Mr. Procrastinator. He's a length from the front end. Then on the inside with no place to go, Dr. O strutting on, going three wide. Fly With Me is three wide with cover, now trailing Joe Papa. Around the turn, they're in the stretch, three quarters, 1:30 and 4, and your leader now is Incredible Don by two. Back along the inside, second is Broadway Delivery, dropping back third, Johnny O'Brien. Mr. Procrastinator closing ground fourth. On the inside, Dr. O fifth, strutting on is no pace. Fly With Me now coming on. On the outside, Broadway Delivery on a short lead. On the inside, Incredible Don fighting back. Dr. O on the outside with Fly With Me. That's Broadway Delivery now getting the lead as they come to the wire. Broadway Delivery in front. Dr. O second, Incredible Don third. Fly With Me.